Hi everyone, I hope you are able to see this live podcast. If you are up online and watching me witter on just while we get set up, could you send me a like on the comment section on the YouTube channel? Because that would give me a good idea that I'm not just talking to myself. Well, let's see anyway, see how we get on. Waiting for Ian Higgins and for Colin Casserley to join me. Just sent them the link, so hopefully that will all work. We'll see in time whether it does. Yeah, so I hope everybody enjoys it. Like I say, it's a bit of a trial and error thing. This we're just going to see whether or not this works. Because if it does, then it'll be something we'll do a fair bit going forward. I think it's a bit of fun as well, just to do stuff that's live rather than pre-record. But anyway, we'll see how we get on. Fingers crossed you'll be able to see this and we can carry on. If you can't see it, no matter, because we'll record it and it will go up on the site and you can watch it anyway after that. That would be that's the plan anyway. So see how we get on. Okay, let's get on the YouTube channel. Let's see whether anybody's actually looking at this. 14 people watching. That's good. Oh, at least it's a start. That's good. We've got 14 people watching the live thing. Now, if you could send uh, a comment or two, that would be great. So let's see how we get on with that. Yeah, join live chat to interact. Let's set that up. Evening, Neil, says Paul Hammond. Thank you, Paul. I'm glad you're with us. So yeah, that's great. I have faith that this is going to work now. So yes, and all we're waiting for is for Mr. Higgins uh, and Mr. Casserley to come up on the link. Right, Ian said he's ready, but if he's ready, he's not actually linked up yet. I'll tell him I'll send the link. I've set it up basically to start at quarter 2, basically, so that gives us 15 minutes just to get prepared and get it all ready. Normally we have a bit more preparation than this, but we're going to have to wing it a little bit, I think, as we go along. But the fun bit will be when we connect with Colin at the track, because he's going to be wandering around the pits. Ah, there he is. Talking of the devil, here is Mr. Casserley. Mr. Casserley, can you hear me?
Hello, I can hear you. Can you see me?
I can indeed. Yes, I can see you. Yeah, and you're
Good, good.
actually in the pits, which is great to see.
Yeah, I'm in the pits. This is where the hell I am. Just in front of Tom's pits. You can see. Are we alive or not?
Just about to. We are just about to be. I'm just doing it now. There you go. Record. Yeah, we are live, so you can. Right. Okay. So there we go. So you'll tell us where you are then. Explain what's happening there.
First of all, hi y'all from Tulsa, Texas. That was Oklahoma, not Texas. I forgot where I am. I'm I've still got Jack France. Jack France, you want a quick word?
Yeah. Go on,
Jack,
Jack.
we're
Hello, Jack.
yeah, put it in your ears. There's nothing wrong with it. Got earwax.
Yeah.
We're live on Talking Stox back in the UK. How are
Yeah.
you
So
doing?
it's yeah. Hello, Jack. How are you, mate?
Yeah, good, good.
Yeah. You had a bit of a tough time last night. I get the impression with the car. Was there much wrong? What was going on?
Yeah, we've had some problems with Carr, and then we found some more problems. It's yesterday. It's just like being a couple of problems. It's been getting sort of worse and worse as the more I've driven it. We've found a few of them now, but sort of damage is done. You know, you have a bad prelim night, and you've got a lot of work to do Saturday. So it's
Yeah.
then
Do you, do you know which feature you're in? What letter of the alphabet you're going to be in? Do you know?
really red. No, I'm not sure yet. I don't think we really find that out until after Friday's racing. So then we'll
Right.
know
Yeah,
how
I
early
suppose.
we're going to change that.
Yeah. So it's a shame because I mean, what were you said you found these couple of problems? What actually were they then? Can you say specifically what the problem was?
So in the heat, we had the run over here. What they have bleed valves, like so when your tire gets like at home when the tires get warm, they grow, and over here they run. I'm called like a they let the air out of the tire when they get to a certain temperature.
It's a bleeder valve.
Yeah,
it bleeds the air out.
Yeah.
The lads had put them on for the heat, and they deflated the tire already, so the left rear had barely any air in it after I finished.
Oh, really?
So scrape through and get a fix. So then you have a bad heat, and it sets you up for sort of a bit of a rough night for the rest of the night. So, and I started second row inside with a C, and shock's not right. Other little bits of stuff. So yeah, it's a bit frustrating, but
yeah,
found a lot of things now that hopefully if we can get my act together on Saturday, we'll start climbing back up to it.
The thing is over here, there's 380 drivers here. If you have one bad race, one bit of bad luck, it puts you right to the back, and you're fighting against it all the time. Now, as I say, there's 380 drivers here, 380 good cars as well. It's and in all sorts of racing, money talks. And I'm not saying anything here, but when we got guys here representing Briscoe and the BSCDA and Briscoe stock car racing, it wouldn't hurt if we could get a little bit of the sponsorship money for these guys over here, so they can put on a show for the fans back home, show what they really are. Because Jack's a bloody good driver, and he can do it. He's better than a darn sight a lot of these guys here. And without the right equipment, it's not always easy to put on that show. So I mean, there's a lot of. We've got Team GB in New Zealand. Let's have Team GB in Tulsa. It wouldn't hurt.
No.
I think that's an extremely good idea.
Yeah, it is, and the publicity it gets over here as well. Second to none, isn't it? You know, everybody. I'm just some idiot from England, and you can walk past 10 Americans, and one of them would probably know your name. You know, it's nice because everybody takes in where you're from and what you do, and everybody's interested to learn about what we race over there as well. So it's it's a big deal, and it's so publicised as well. You know, you can be walking down the street, can't you? You'll probably have seen, and you go into somewhere and there's posters and banners, and everybody in Tulsa, most of America probably knows what's going on here today. It's such a big thing.
Yeah, I was in a Walmart buying me supplies before the racing started on Sunday, and somebody clocked my accent, and they said, "Any English guys racing?" And I said, "Is that Tom Harris guy racing?" Because they've seen him race, and they know all about his racing in the UK. And I said, "Yeah, we've got 4 guys racing this year." So, and they said, "Well, it's brilliant that we've got so many coming over. How good it is for the sport, how good it is for the Tulsa." And like Jack said, they've got sponsors here they've got, you know, big sponsors of racing, and they know what's going on in the UK. And you could even get some of them sponsors over that get involved with the racing here to help our guys as well. So it's a big deal over here. It's difficult to describe how big a deal it is, but when you have top NASCAR drivers like Carl Larson turning up, you know, this is the real deal. This is what it's all about. And if you don't race here in Tulsa, you're not almost like not a nobody, but everybody clocks who's racing here, and it sets these drivers up in the USA for the season. They get rides and offers of sponsorship and offers of different rides because they're here at Tulsa.
Yeah, absolutely.
A couple of guys said that, like, you know, a lot of the young NASCAR drivers and stuff like that, they all come from, or a majority of them come from, you know, racing at Chili Bowl and Midget.
Yeah, it's a big deal.
Yeah, it is a big deal. The fact is, like, as well, I mean, you've got an opportunity to to race a bit more over there. You, Jack, I mean, you did say that last year
Yeah,
that there was a chance.
yeah. Well, we're going to try and come over a bit more. Last year, try sort of get a bit of seat time before coming here. This year, but I had a little lad and
Yeah.
slowed down a little bit last year. So we can sort things out for maybe this year. I spoke to my dad, and we might even just maybe slow it down a little bit on time. You know, racing in England and just save that little bit. Well,
Yeah.
do two or three week over here racing.
Seat time is a big thing.
Yeah, that's it.
Because
Absolutely.
You got these guys who are racing here. They race almost professionally, 5-6 days a week in the summer.
Yeah.
And you're racing, and Jack's coming in. He's racing 5 laps in practice, and he's competing with them. I mean, he passed T-Mez yesterday. Passed T-Mez.
Yeah.
Have to go and find him.
Yeah.
It was in the same race, and the first lap, there's Jack on the inside, past T-Mez. I thought, bloody hell.
Excellent stuff. I'll tell you what, I think it's like you said, it's the seat time though, isn't it? That's the important thing, really. I mean, you're sort of almost like ejected out, from the airport here. You go straight up to the track. You have like one session of practice, and then you're in the hot laps, and then you're suddenly in your heat. There's no time to really settle in, is there? Really?
I got in there. We ended up being a little bit delayed, not as much as Colin and stuff, but we got a little bit delayed, and I was putting my suit on Sunday, and I still had jelly legs from playing. You know, you're still not your balance in fully there. I'm like, gee, maybe I should have come 4 days earlier. You know, it's one of them, isn't it? You coming out to do it, so you get on with it.
Yeah, exactly. You've got no choice, really, have you? That's the thing. Unless you have, because it's so close to Christmas as well. You know, so you're not you can spend Christmas at home, aren't you? Rather than out here, or out there, rather.
Yeah. Yeah. So has he? Can you show everybody?
Right, well,
Has he got up beer last night? Or is it?
can we see him? I might have to.
Who are we looking at?
That is Wout Hoffmans.
Oh, is it? Oh, wow.
I think he's probably, like Jack said, he might have overdone it a bit.
I ain't got no control.
Overdone the hamster, I think.
Oh, really? Oh, no.
Let's have a look. Let's see if we can move a bit closer. Don't want to wake him up because he's.
But he's not racing till Friday, is he?
Oh, there we are.
Oh, it's proper out.
Oh, not racing on Friday. What a shame.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's live. Would you like to say anything to people back home? We're live.
I'm just taking a nap at the
yeah, we can see. He's got a good chance to do well, though, isn't he?
He's got a very good chance. Going very well in practice, done well in the. Would you like to say a few words to everybody back in England? We're live in England. And the UK, I guess, and the Netherlands.
And the Netherlands, hopefully.
Can you? What do you? If you probably
Literally World Cup.
Wow.
can you hear
Hello.
everybody?
Hello, how are you?
Good, thank you very much. And how's things with you? Not so good.
Yeah, I'm not very happy they woke me up, but
No, cool. So you're not
Jack, not me.
So you're racing on Friday, is that right? I think it is, isn't it? Friday's your session.
yeah,
So
Friday.
I mean, you must be quite, I'd say confident, quite happy with the way things have been going. 'Cause you had a really good session, didn't you? Was it last week or the week before?
Yeah, the shootout was a very good week for us. Not expected to do as well as I did, but I had a very good car, and it all worked out in my favor to win a couple heats and make the A main and pass. Like I think I finished 8 and I started 16, so I had a really good week.
I'll tell you, that's excellent stuff. That's very, very good. And are you based? Pardon my ignorance. Are you based over here quite a lot of the time at the moment, or are you?
Yeah,
To and fro to Holland.
pretty much. I live in Bixby now, about 20 minutes from the track here. So I go home every 3 months, home for about a week, and then I'm back here for 3 months to race.
So you're basically almost like a professional racer over here. Is that what would you classify yourself as that?
Yeah, pretty much. I work on the cars, kind of make some money for me to live over here, and then I race.
Yeah.
So yeah.
What are you going to
So
be
what-
racing this year?
Yeah, I have to say, what are you going to be racing this year?
So the 410 wing sprint car, and then maybe throw some micro stuff in there with Johnny Boland. I ran the shootout with him.
Right.
We're trying to figure something out to run some micro sprint stuff as well, but hopefully mainly the 410 sprint car.
Is that what in the World of Outlaws, or is that is that?
Yeah, if the Outlaws coming to town here, then High Limit, the Pyri series, just everything around Oklahoma, Texas,
Yeah.
and yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of
Yes.
racing over here. Oklahoma's
Yeah.
quite a hotbed of racing. There's a few tracks around here, and like I say, Texas isn't too far away. And then you can move up to, I mean, Iowa's probably about 15, 16-hour drive, but people go to Knoxville and race up there when the 360s or the 410s are on. They're on there weekly. So there's a lot of racing you can do here, and Oklahoma's a good state to base yourself in.
Yeah, for sure.
Absolutely, because it's central. Absolutely.
And it's a home of
So,
the,
yeah.
and it's a home, and the home of the Chili Bowl. What else can you want? Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
You don't have to go home and sleep in your bed. You can sleep at the track.
Excellent. So what I mean, yeah. So you must be after the the shootout last week. I mean, you must have high hopes for this week. The trouble is, as we've seen, aren't we, Tom, yesterday? Yeah, everything was going really well until the first corner, basically, and then it, and it all went belly up, and it takes that one slight thing to go wrong to wreck your whole week, really. I mean, you have to have that luck, don't you, here and there?
Yeah, they always talk about the expo luck, but it's definitely your heat race decides your whole week. So
Yeah.
you gotta have the luck in the heat, and then you just gotta have the luck all the way through to, like Tom did in 2018. I think he made the A main. He was fast,
Yeah.
but you also need to have the luck to get to that point.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean,
you look at Buddy Copeland yesterday. I mean, he was probably one of the quickest there, but he got kind of taken out in almost like stock car style in one of the races there, and he done well to fight back, but instead of he's now not in the A main automatically where he looked like he should have been, but just that one race and he's out.
Yeah, he's getting stiff in his old age. Please.
Trying to take a nap, but I guess I can't even do that anymore.
They can't ask him. When is my age actually going to be like them?
I know, exactly. Yeah, absolutely. Well, look, mate, thank you ever so much for your time. We'll let you go back to your kip if you like.
Yeah, thank you, guys.
All right. Cheers.
Okay, good luck on Friday.
Yeah, thank you.
Cheers, thanks, mate.
Yeah, thank you.
Sorry about waking you up.
That's all good. I go get my ice cream.
You can go get your ice cream. Jack's off to get his ice cream,
Right.
which is a must here in Tulsa. You got to get your ice cream. But I thought Tom might be here, but his car's down the back there. I don't know if we can't see it. Yeah.
How long did it take you to get there, Colin?
It actually took me 3 days to get here, to be honest. I started out on very early on Thursday morning, about 5 o'clock in the morning, and I got here Saturday evening about 5 o'clock, something like that. So it was a long while. I had 6 flights cancelled, and the last one from Washington, I had to spend the night in Washington. Last one here got delayed, so I got in very late on the Friday night to Dallas, and the road up was sheet ice. There was no salt on the roads. It was an interstate, and there was within about the first 10 miles, there was 3 accidents that I saw. Roads closed. There's semis, as they call them, the big trucks were off the road, and there was cars spinning out. And I stopped in the first town that I could get to, which was Sherman. And I got the last motel room in that area there, so I was pretty lucky. But it's worth it when you get here because the racing the last couple of nights has been absolutely fantastic.
It's been good. I've been watching it. It's been fantastic. Yeah.
It's difficult to describe what the racing is like, but as Jack was saying earlier on, every place is critical to where you start on Saturday, and everybody is flat out all the time. There's no rest. There's nobody settling for 3rd or 4th. if they can run over their grandma to get another place, they will do. That's what it's
Yeah.
like. Yeah,
Well, it was like last night. Well, last night in that session, Landon Brooks won. I mean, he only took that. I mean, he could have settled for second to guarantee getting into the big show without any. He could have tangled up, but he went for it. They just want to win these races. They want to get as high up as they possibly can.
I've got a friend that's gone out, and he will sit there for 8 hours a day in the stands watching 7 days a week at this. That's it. He just sits. I mean, I couldn't do it, but he just said it's just unbelievable. You don't want to miss anything.
No, I mean, even in hot laps, when they push the cars outside to warm up on the Saturday, and one of them flipped out in the car park. The flip count was one on Saturday. The first car they pushed out to warm the engines up, he bloody well flipped it. But you can go in hot laps, and there's 2 or 3 cars will flip over because they're just trying so hard to search where the best part of the track is.
Yeah,
sometimes they get it wrong, and over they go. But I think the flip count after 2 nights is up to about 24, 25. So it's a bit wild.
Has there been any fighting yet in the fighting area that they've set aside?
Not that I've known. There's been a few words exchanged. Certainly, 1 or 2 gestures made as the drivers are coming off the track. But yeah, it's. I think they've got a rule here that if you fight in the pit area, you kind of get banned. If you fight in front of the crowd, you get a bonus.
Get a medal.
I'm told that there's an area going between turn 1 and turn 3 where if you can do anything, you go in there and do it. And there's a load of female security guards there, and they won't interfere.
Women watching this.
Who's got his bloody ice cream? No, I'm suffering. I haven't got my ice cream yet. He's got 2. But yeah, there is a fighting area. Basically, so the TV can catch it.
Yeah. If you've got a problem, go down there and sort it.
Some of these drivers, it's like, I mean, there's been a lot of wheel banging. You slide into somebody and take them out, and they do get upset with each other. Christ knows what they'd be like in over back home.
Yeah.
That's this Welts car behind me. This is Welts car. Just like I say, the pit area here is. They've got all the cars for the whole week are already in here. 380 cars, whatever. All the haulers are in there. You can see behind there, the haulers are already. And you got all your gear. You just keep your car here all week. It's a massive building. One long building, probably about half a mile long. Half it's the pit area, the other half is the racetrack. And all air conditioned. Nothing warm in here at the moment, despite it being predicted to be about -9 outside today. But in here, it's all air conditioned, t-shirt weather, and everyone's working on their cars.
Apart from Tom.
Well, Tom is sleeping.
Do they actually shut it on a night, Colin, or are the people in there all night? The pits?
No, they do. They have a curfew 11 o'clock.
Right.
Everybody has to be out at 11 o'clock. They open it up about 9 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
To get in the pits, obviously you need a pit pass, but until about 2 o'clock, everyone's allowed to walk in and out. 2 o'clock, they close the building, everybody out, and then you come back in with your pit pass. So
right.
It's from now onwards, it's you can only get in the pit area if you've got the pit pass.
Yeah.
But it is closed off to security and everything here. But I'm working on the track at the moment, and hot laps will start at about 4 o'clock our time, which is probably about 10 yours. I think they've done it before now.
I see it's just got to 9:10 here, so it'd be 3:10 where you are, I guess. So
but it's an absolutely fantastic experience. It's one of those things where once you've been, you do get hooked on it. Like Ian was saying, you don't get bored. I'll sit down and watch 20 races a night or whatever. You just do not get bored with it. It's quite unbelievable, really. If back home, there's going to be booing and shouting, get on with it, sort of thing. But nobody does here. They just accept it, and because they know that as they work the track between sort of sessions, that you're going to get a good feature, and that's what it's all about.
Yeah, absolutely. And the thing is, I mean, the actual heats, they turn around rather pretty quickly, aren't they? I mean, unless there's a car tangled up in the catch fencing, they usually turn things around quickly. It's just like you say, when they regrade the track, they obviously spend a bit of time doing that. But like you say, people accept it because it's part of the deal, isn't it?
Yeah, but the heat races, well, every race, even the hot lap session, you're allocated your hot lap session, you're called up, and there's a pre-staging area where they're all lined up. They come straight out, one race off, one race on, no messing. If you're not there, you don't race. Doesn't matter who you are. Even during the racing, if you get a flat tire like Jack did yesterday, if there's a caution, you can pull off the track, and you have 2 laps. There's while they clear it up, you've got 2 laps. If you change your tire within 2 laps, you can come back out and race. If you can't, that's tough luck. And even doesn't matter who you are. If you're not ready, they're gonna go. They're gonna go. So it's there's no favouritism. It's a really well-run show, and there's no gaps between races. Well, it's one on, one off, and then after the hot laps, after the heat races, they'll prep the track again. Do that. There'll be a prep between the Bs and Cs and God knows what races. And it's just all about points. There's no qualifying, which is good. It's all heat races are drawn. So you get points for every car you pass, also for points for position. So if you win, you may get 10 points. But if you win from the back, you get the 10 points for winning, plus another 10 points for passing cars. So it encourages everybody to pass all the time. Nobody is sitting holding position waiting for I'll have you in 6th or 7th. There's nobody does that. They're all going for it all the time.
So Tom coming from the back, that's where it'll have helped him with his car pass, won't it?
Yeah, he got some passing points for that.
Managed to get the qualifier.
Had he won that race, it would have been a hell of a lot better for him.
Yeah, of course it would have been.
Really snookered him from when he was. I mean, it's just unlucky. That's
again, second time in a row.
You've got to be aggressive, but you've also got to make sure that the car in front just bobbled in front of him, and that was it. It really had gone.
What's interesting though is that in the B main, which he obviously needed a top 4 finish, what was good is that most of the action focused on that position. So looking at there, that's what was that you're looking at? What was that? Sorry.
That's a guy from New Zealand.
Oh right, yeah. I saw
one of our New Zealand friends. His dad actually raced stock cars back in New Zealand for about 5 laps. 5 years. He done about 5 laps in the teams, he said, because he didn't want to do that. It's racing on the midgets now. So.
Cool.
And I think Catherine Legscar's here somewhere, but I can't see
her.
So.
So where are you in relation to where the Keith Kunz's massive turnout is? Is that up the other end?
I'll go look at the. I'm just going to go over here because this is a guy here. I don't know if he's here. I'll just go and check to see if he's about.
Who's that?
Somebody everyone might know. I don't think he's here. But.
Can we see his car? Give us a clue.
T-Mez.
Yeah, T-Mez, yeah. He was unlucky last night as well because he had an oil tank came off, didn't it?
Oh yeah. I mean, it was flying. It's it's just so these guys start out as sprint car and midget drivers, and they end up being t-shirt salesmen. This is T-Mez's t-shirts. We've got a whole bunch of them here.
Yeah, well, it's all their kit. That's what I mean, it's a big deal, isn't it? Selling your brands like that. I mean, it's massive, isn't it?
Yeah, the merch booth is unbelievable. Everybody's got t-shirts. You can spend an absolute fortune on t-shirts, and people do. I include myself.
Yeah, quite. So I was going to say about last night with Tom. What was good is that the Skegness car, the one behind me, got such a lot of airtime because they were focusing on that battle for 4th on the TV. So it was really good. It got lots of coverage. It was a shame you didn't quite get it, but I mean,
we're live in the UK.
Look who it is! Hello, Mr. Jamie Davison. Hello, mate. Can you see you? How are you doing?
There's another one with an ice cream. You know what? Jack Francis just had an ice cream. Now Jamie's got an ice cream, and I'm bloody talking. Okay, see you then.
See you, mate. It's you're our version of Martin Brundle doing his pit walk. That's what we do. His grid walk rather. So you're our version. So you see who you can pick up. See how many big names you can collar for us. No pressure.
I'll see if somebody can get. I can ignore them, or they ignore me rather. With Martin Brundle. There's Brian May over there, but he's not talking, so we'll pass him. I'm just walking up towards the track end. Walking up to where the track is, and the nearer you get to the track, the kind of the better you are, so to speak. So the Keith Kunz organisation is right close to where the track is. So this he's got
a huge turnout, hasn't he, Keith Kunz? I mean, his biggest turnout I think ever. I don't know how many cars he's got there this week.
18.
Is it 18? Is it? Yeah, bloody hell. I mean, it's amazing, isn't it?
Yeah.
They've all got a chance.
I couldn't count. We're just coming up to the Kunz pit now, so I'll see if I can turn around. This is first part of it. There's one, two, and they're kind of all in order. They don't race every night, obviously. They kind of shuffle these cars around depending on when they're going to be racing or not. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 cars. I think this one's racing tonight. We just turned the corner. It's about 8 or 9 cars. Just turned the corner, and we've got about another 10 cars down this bit of road here.
Yeah, so it's huge, isn't it?
It's a hell of a lot of it.
How many steps are you putting in a day, Colin?
Bloody hundreds.
Yeah.
I'm actually knackered come the end of this week. I used to be taller than this until I started doing all this walking, and I've shrunk. But we're still going past Keith Kunz.
That's a bloody Coldfoy car, isn't it? Just there's that. Yeah.
Coldfoy's car's here somewhere.
Yeah, I thought that was it there, isn't it?
Taylor Remy's racing tonight. She's racing
tonight.
Right.
Sorry, that's the wrong one.
This guy here, Koski, I believe, who's a dirt driver from northeast. This might be the Coldfoy car here.
Yeah, what's this bit? And then Christopher Bell next to that, isn't it? That's Christopher Bell's car here.
Yeah, we've got Coldfoy's Christopher Bell.
Yeah, he's going to be tough to beat, Christopher Bell, I think, this week.
I think he is. Yeah, and that's basically the Keith Kunz car. So, like I say, about 18, 19 cars or whatever there is.
Yeah, absolutely.
Unbelievable, really.
What's Matt Newton to shame?
Yes. Yeah. He's got up his game a bit, Matt, hasn't he? Definitely.
Yeah.
I think that is the Keith Kunz of the UK.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So I mean, going back to the racing, I mean, like you said, the last 2 days, the racing's been absolutely phenomenal, isn't it? I mean, day one, I mean, with Carl Larson, he had such a lot of work to do. He had to really work to get that win, didn't he? Because it didn't look likely until the last couple of laps.
No. 4 or 5 laps ago, he was about 4th or 5th. He dropped back to about 6th. He was nowhere. And then over the last few laps, he really come on. I think the guys at front, 1 or 2 of them hit the cushion and bobbled a little bit. And maybe they backed off a little bit because they hadn't won as much as Larson has. And so they were protecting a little bit of where they were. And then Cole just come in and just a slide job, and he was in the guard. And on the last lap.
There was a thing on Facebook yesterday about it. There's a low line, there's a mid line, there's a high line, there's a cushion, and there's the Larson line, which is halfway up the fence.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. But I mean, the thing is, it was such a slick track that it's very difficult to pass, and yet he managed it at the end. I mean, that was like sheet ice. That track, it was like a road, wasn't it? It was very different to yesterday's track. Seemed a lot better for more suitable for overtaking yesterday, it seemed.
Yeah, there was a hell of a lot of passing yesterday. A lot of passing. And when it is a bit slick like that, you can just chuck it into the corner and when you've got a cushion, you can bounce off that cushion instead of hitting the fence, and it kind of then throws you down the straight, gives you a bit of acceleration. So the actual track again, it's something that we guys don't really get. That the track changes so much that during the race, the high line might be the quick line, and then all of a sudden it goes down the bottom, and then it goes back up the top again. It's knowing when to swap from the top to the bottom, and which is a fast part of the track, and which isn't. It's a quite difficult thing to learn how to do. And there's people, the drivers, a lot of them are probably out on the track now, looking at how much water's down, because they'll know, depending on that, they'll know exactly what the sort of track's going to do. At the moment, it's the Gibbs car. Joe Gibbs' grandson, I think. They've got Chris Wyndham and Ricky Stenhouse here. Stenhouse is NASCAR driver. Yeah, and he's a good driver. He's started off in dirt racing and moved to NASCAR, but he's been in with a shout. And this is a young kid. I think he's up.
Is that Sunshine's car, isn't it? Sometimes
here somewhere. Sometimes here somewhere.
Yeah.
This one got 1, 2, 3, 4. They got 6 cars here.
Yeah.
Probably 7 because I can't see Sunshine. That's probably in the lorry.
Yeah.
So it's there's a lot of multi-car teams here. They've got several cars, and I say there's still a few to rent if we can get anybody out. If Ian wants to come over, get his flight over, there's a car here to rent for him.
$9,000, isn't it?
Is that right?
Yeah.
It's about 9,000. What they tend to do is that's the kind of price, 9,000. But if you're well known and have been here a few times and can prove that you're not going to wreck the car, that price comes down.
Oh, it's 15,000 for me then.
That's a deposit of 15,000.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So that's how it tends to work. The more well known you are, so coming over, each time you come over, you get a better car, and your price goes down if you can prove you're not going to wreck the car.
Yeah. No.
So what about so I mean the busiest day is probably going to be Saturday, isn't it? Because it's non-stop racing all day, right from early morning. This is going to be pretty manic, I'd imagine.
Yeah, Saturday starts off about 9, 10 o'clock in the morning,
Yeah.
and it runs through to like 11 o'clock at night, and everybody gets a feature race. And you can, if you start in the first feature, if you win or come in top 4 in that, you move to the back of the next feature, and then so on.
Yeah, alphabet soup.
Yeah, there's bound to be some driver who has a real crap night and starts right at the back, who's probably far better than the feature they're starting in. But some of the best racing is actually the first few features when you have that mix of drivers, where somebody who's had a bad qualifying night, but is really capable of being in the A main, and then they're coming through the cars. And it's really good to watch. As I say, there's no real race where you think, oh, this is a bit tame, nobody's going for it. They're all always on the gas. Always on the gas.
Excellent stuff. Yeah, so I'm just thinking Tom's in the F main. I think that's where he's going to be starting. So he's and I've looked up to see if anybody's managed to get into the big show on Saturday from the F main, and they have. JJ Yaley did it in 2004. Went past 69 cars and ended up finishing on the podium in the big feature.
Yeah, that's impressive.
Yeah, so it's possible. So I mean, Tom could get a nice little run going. You expect him from the start, from the front of the F main, to progress at least, to the E, and then from the E, even if he's fair way back, he's still got a good chance of getting into the D. It's just after that, it's going to get doubly difficult, isn't it?
Yeah, the further up the qualifying races you go, the harder it becomes. But on the other hand, you've got used to the track. You know what it's going to do.
Yeah.
So you can set your car up accordingly on that. So the swings and roundabouts, but it is hard to do it because the quality of drivers.
Absolutely. I mean, like last night. I mean, in that B main, I was just looking at those cars around. Hank Davis won that race that Tom was in. Yeah, Jonathan Beeson. Who else was it? Garrett Williamson. A few others. They're all drivers who race regularly, like you were saying earlier on, they can race like 5 days a week, and they're doing USAC stuff. They're doing World of Outlaws. They're doing midgets. They're racing all over the place. And someone comes over like once every, like we talked about before, about 3 times a year, and to be sort of in the mix with them is still impressive. I think it's still impressive what he did, even though he had that bad luck in the beginning.
Yeah, I think it is. It's. I don't think. Again, it's very difficult to explain how good it is for what he's done. It's. Like you say, he's racing against these guys who've raced here for years and years and years, and raced locally 3 or 4 times a week, and to come in and just do it after about 5 laps. It's a fantastic achievement, and the racing here is so competitive and so flat out. There's nothing like it back home.
No.
It's like having 300 superstars at a track. There's nobody, no squirrels as they call them over here. There's nobody out there for a Sunday afternoon drive. Everybody here thinks they can win it, and they're going to go for it. And
I think it's got more competitive than ever. Actually, I think it's getting more and more competitive. Seems to me.
I think so. Yeah, there definitely is an edge now where there's absolutely no junk cars here. They're all top line cars.
Well, there was a thing with NASCAR where you couldn't do it, wasn't there? They've had to sort of alter contracts and that with teams because so many drivers want to do it that race the NASCARs. So, it has changed over the years.
Yeah, that's right. We've got Christopher Bell, Carl Busch is here, Larson, Joe Gibbs' grandson, Ty Gibbs, I think it is. I can't recall which one it is. But they've been excluded from racing here because of in a NASCAR contract you can't race open wheel. But Christopher Bell in particular has kind of pressurised and saying, look, yeah, we can do this, and it's good for the sport, and it's also good for their driving because you're passing cars all the time. I think that's why one of our guys do quite well, is because back home with the red tops and that, you've got to pass cars all the time.
Yeah.
And
a short space of time. Not many laps to do it either.
Yeah, you got to go for it, and I think that helps our drivers, and the NASCAR drivers want to do this. Again, it's good exposure for them. It's good exposure for their sponsors because there's no other racing going on at the moment. The whole racing world is focused on the Chili Bowl, and Christ knows how much money it brings into the local economy. I think it was like 60, 70 million, I think, dollars it brings into the local economy. And that's why the locals tolerate it a little bit because it kind of the restaurants and the bars are just getting almost a year's worth of custom in a week. So the hotels are full.
And just after Christmas as well, so Christmas got a Christmas market, and then as soon as that, you got this massive event. It's it must be great for the local economy. It must be fun.
I'll tell you what,
fantastic.
John London had never been any good at it, would it? Because by the time he sort of woken up and got to speed, the race would be over, wouldn't it? But it's like you say, they've got to be on it from the drop of the green. They've got to be on it, and I think that's over here, like Frank and Tom and that's what they are. That they know because they're so far back in the field that they've just got to go from the drop of the hat. And I think, like Colin said, that's one of the things that for them that they're used to, because it's such a short space of time to get it done. I think, and I think again, this is all 3 of us have said before. This is where when Tom's been here and raced out there, and then he comes home, he's so sharp.
You're live in England. You're live in England. You're around the world. They start really young over here. I think this driver's in the A main tomorrow. They've already qualified. One for the future. We'll mark you out for the future. We'll come in 10 years' time and you'll be there in the feature.
Excellent.
But yeah, going back to you've got to be. I think you've got to be cautiously aggressive in this race. You've got to go for it, and then pick your time when you go for it. That first night, the guy, I can't remember who he was, about 3 or 4 laps in, he was in second place. He went for it a little bit too early and flipped big time. That's where Larson. That's where Larson won out, because he bided his time and took his opportunities when he knew they were there. And again, that's just experience. But there's some. I think there's Randon Carr's here somewhere. I'll just go and see if I can see that.
But yeah, he did pretty well, I thought.
He did. Again, it's something totally alien to him. Not knowing, not just becomes from the karting world, really. Here we go. It's Randon's car. Jamie Davidson on the side.
Yeah, there it is.
But yeah, he's done really well.
I think so. Yeah. No experience. I think if he keeps coming back each year, he's gonna really progress.
From what I gather, he's got like a 2 or 3 year plan to come over here a little bit more.
Right.
Again, like Jack was saying, he wanted to come over a few times during the year, try and get a bit of experience. I think that's what he's going to do. I believe he kind of half lives over here for his karting.
Right.
So he's got, and this team here, I believe, are going to put him in a few races during the year, which will help him tremendously. The seat time is what it's all about.
Yeah, it always is, isn't it? Yeah. So where are you going to head to now? Whereabouts? I suppose you've done a whole loop.
I've only done a quarter of the pits, to be honest. I don't know. You can see how far he's down there, way down there. The track is up there. You can grandstands in the background.
Yeah.
And over this side here, there's all the food and drink. And then in the corner down there is like a trade show where you can buy a lot of merchandise. You can buy crash helmets, race suits. You can order your race suits, little model cars. Everything is in there. So it's all here under one building. So you don't have to go out. Once you're in, you don't have to go anywhere. And come Saturday, well, Friday night will be pretty packed, but come Saturday, you just cannot move in here. There are so many people. I'm not sure whether what time it is now. I haven't called anybody yet, but we've got probably half an hour to go.
Okay.
And,
I'm just texting Tom just to see if he's actually at the track.
Yeah, I can't see where he is. I mentioned he was going to be here, but some of the cars are already coming down half an hour ago, and they're getting ready to line up already.
Yeah.
How often does that happen in Formula One? Never.
No.
That's where we let ourselves down. Formula One let ourselves down. I love Formula One. Don't get me wrong on it.
Yeah.
It's fantastic sport, but when they're called for feature races or final races, there is nobody lined up. Nobody lined up, and that really does bug me a little bit. That grinds me gears.
Well, it's because we need that quick turnover because we don't want people to stand around watching nothing, do we? That's the thing. We need to turn these meetings around quicker. Some will turn around well, but not all of them.
That's what kills racing, is the downtime between races. When you're sitting there twiddling your thumbs, it's got to be a sort of when the cars are called for, they're out there on the track. And so all the races have been. They're doing Holland, so why can't we do it in the UK? Get your cars lined up. I'm not saying every formula's like that, because Ian's formulas are fantastic. They're already waiting to go. There's other formulas are waiting to go, but Formula Ones do tend to let themselves down. I know they've got to get their cars cooled down and all that stuff and get it worked on. Nobody minds if you're working on a car after a crash in your heat and waiting to get out for the second race or whatever, the final. Nobody minds waiting a little bit for that. But it's when they're called for and drivers who are out in heat 1 3 hours later are not ready to go.
It's one of the things I don't understand, why the racing's changed. Because you think back in the day, we used to go to Coventry, and at Coventry you had your heats, your consolation, and if you were in heat 3, you had to get turned around to be back in the consolation, and there was no other formulas in between.
So we're live in England. What have we got here?
The Pat's Chili Bowl winners on an Epiphone guitar.
Is it for auction?
Yes. Auctions tomorrow morning at 11.
Okay. So anybody back?
Bleachers.
Anybody back home? Get yourself. We got all the Chili Bowl winners on it. Rock and roll.
Yeah, but you know, this is the thing. Like you say, Coventry, it was Formula Ones only. You know, 3 heats, consolation, final, Grand National, job done.
That's it.
And if you weren't lined up for that consolation or that Grand National, you know, if you weren't in the first 30, gates were shut.
Yeah,
so
absolutely.
everybody was always lined up.
Yeah, I
That's
think
one
one
way
of
of
the
doing
things got me at the Skeggy Saloon World Final when there was a couple of heats gone out for the Formula Ones. Then you had the Saloon World Final, consolation race, another saloon race, and then the F1 final. And they called the F1 final, and there was no F1s lined up. Had that happened here, they'd have shut the gates and said, "Sorry, nobody's out."
Yeah. That one white top at the front, you won the final, mate. Yeah.
Excellent stuff. So there we go. I think this is quite well. I'm even tempted to come back to you on Saturday. I'm not sure whether that
you
will
won't be
work or
able to
not.
move.
Can do. Let me see if we've got a guy here. Who have we got? Are you racing tonight?
I am, yeah.
You're live in England. We're live. So, what heat you in?
16.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you raced here before?
I have.
Have you done in the past?
I've had a little fun anyway. Is that a nice way of saying it? I mean, last time I was here was 2 years ago, and we ran well on a prelim night and made the C main on Saturday. So you always want to do better, but for as little as I run midgets, it's fun to come out and race with good friends.
What do you normally race?
I normally race Silver Crown cars.
Yeah,
So just
right.
sprint cars, extra large, I guess.
Yeah.
Right? But quite a bit different than this.
And I think you're pretty good at them, aren't you?
I've done all right. So I've been fortunate to race with some great people in all different kinds of cars, right? And this is just another one of those. And hopefully I can get caught up to what dirt midgets require.
Do you race normally on pavement or?
A little bit of both, but I'm probably more comfortable on pavement. So this is a little bit of a culture shock for me to try to capitalize on.
Okay, thanks for that. And if you're ever in England, we'll get a car for you to race in England.
All right, appreciate that.
Yeah,
That's one.
Ask T-Mez first, because he'll tell you he's still got a headache.
Yes.
Well,
Don't let him put you off.
Don't ask T-Mez what it's all about.
Yeah.
No, for goodness sake, they'll never come over.
Oh dear.
So it's interesting actually because the Silver Crown races may actually be suited to racing over here on tarmac anyway. They make might take to it. You never know.
Oh, they might do. But Silver Crown cars normally race on like mile ovals.
Yeah.
And it's a good race, but it's more of a strategic sort of race.
Yeah.
And it's a few more guys just getting ready. But yeah, if you want to sometime on Saturday, anytime, I'll probably be here from about 9 o'clock in the morning. And if you want to do it Saturday,
Yeah, maybe in between one of the breaks, because obviously if you're going to be busy with your snapping. So I mean, I don't know what you could let me know. It'd be probably sort of this sort of time again, I'd imagine, roughly about the same time. Don't know whether that will work or not, but you let me know. We'll what would suit you, then we can quickly put some stuff together.
I won't be here. I'll be very drunk. It's our awards night on Saturday. So.
Oh my goodness!
Yeah.
Oh Lord, very drunk indeed.
And I think you should be there. I think you should be drunk.
Yes.
And we'll get some great stories then.
Yes.
I will make sure I send you a picture of my new suit.
Oh right, okay. I'll look forward to that. There's something interesting I'm sure.
Yeah.
Not your birthday suit.
No, it won't be that. That's the week after when I got.
Oh, all right. That's coming up, isn't it? Yeah, we've got that to come. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, so we'll look forward to those pictures. That's for sure. They'll all be live on here. Don't you worry.
Yeah.
Familiar looking car behind me.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh, hello. That's the team that Rob bought the car from, wasn't it?
Yeah.
They're two cars, and they've got one obviously Rob's got back home.
Yeah.
But again, it would be nice if somehow we can get a car here. There's plenty of people who would look after it for us. A Team GB car, something for the guys to race for at home. So that if you win a certain race, you get the chance to race over here.
You could run a mini series for it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Something like that. If you could get the sponsors together and you have like one round at each track, a bit like World Qualifier almost. You have a round at each track, and the highest point scorer at the end of it is the guy who gets the trip to the States.
Yeah, that's a great idea. This is something that I talked about years ago when I was involved with NASCAR, that we should have had a brisker NASCAR. I know we had guys like Pete Folding and Rob,
a little good.
And Smith. Oh, yeah, I've got got him involved, whatever. But if Briscoe had their own car, that would have been such a great way of promoting the sport, because particularly if they'd done well in it, it'd have been good. And the same with this, if we could get a brisker midget for the Chili Bowl, that would just be fantastic. I mean, Rob's doing a brilliant job with the Skegness Raceway thing. I think and he's giving him such a lot of publicity as well, and it's just. People are looking at. It gets mentioned on the on the TV, and that's what.
Have you seen him out there, Colin? Rob?
I saw him on Saturday. I haven't seen him since then, but I've seen him out here. I think he's probably staying away from the pitch just in case he gets the urge to buy another car.
Yes. Yeah. Exactly.
He's been walking around with his hands in his pockets. Saying, "No, I'm not going to buy one. No, I'm not. I can't." I don't know who this team is here, but you've got this guy here. He's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. He's got 8 cars, and there's all these cars are not owned by the driver. Very few are driver-owned cars. They've all kind of been hired to race, and the opportunities are here. But if you buy your own car, I mean, like what Jack was saying with his car, that there's a few little things he wanted to do on it, but it's not his car, so you can't really say, I need to do this, I need to do that.
No.
But if we had our own car, a Team GB or UK car,
it'd be fantastic. Yeah,
it'd be great. I mean, Tom's car stands out. I mean, I was talking to somebody who was a friend of mine who's over here from England, and he was the people next to him. His son was going around taking pictures of the cars, and the one he liked the best was Tom's. Because
it's a great colour scheme, fantastic design as well. Yeah, the Chandler Grand Prix car, Skegness Raceway is fantastic. So and it got a bit of publicity in the air as well yesterday again, didn't it?
I do like Ian's suggestion. They have a series.
Yes,
I think that's a brilliant idea.
Let's
get that going. Let's get going.
Yeah, I think so. But beginning of the season, even because after because that's usually when it's really quiet. We don't have, like we talked about this before, we don't have a big bang type start to the year like they do in the States or whatever. And we could do like a little series, to get to like say win a seat in the brisker midget at the end of the year, for the following year. At least you can prepare for it then. You wouldn't want to do it at the end of the season because it probably doesn't give you enough time to prepare if you've got other things booked up for the following month. So following couple of months. But if you could do it early season, or even mid-season, whatever, I think that'd be a perfect idea.
Oh yeah, I've got another guy here. I've got a guy here. We're live in England.
Here he is. Mr. T-Mez.
What do you think of your experience in England?
It was quite the experience, for one. I needed some better pad around my helmet so that when I got hit, I had some. I didn't have whiplash, but next time I'll know that.
Would you come over again?
I would definitely come over again. I had a lot of fun. I was treated like royalty, and what better place to do that than in the UK?
How about racing on the tarmac asphalt? Would you prefer the dirt if you come over again?
I think I might do a little better with the dirt potentially. Like I like running the pavement, but I feel like maybe the hits wouldn't be as hard on dirt, because with on pavement they're just squaring up to you, where on dirt, they're just kind of baby. I honestly don't know, but I did enjoy myself, and the car was a blast to drive. The F2 car was a lot of fun to drive. It just was kind of hard to go from one to the other. So we decided not to run the F2 car, but
Do you think the F2s were more similar to what you're racing here in the midgets?
absolutely. Yeah, it had much more of a positive feel in the steering wheel, the brakes, everything was, and it didn't hurt when you got smashed, you know, and so I was really enjoying that part. It felt more like bumper cars at the go-karts, but with, you know, like the absolute funnest go-kart I've ever driven, you know, and been able to bump on people in my life. So, yeah, no, it was a lot of fun. And it was
Love to see him round.
Yeah.
Love to see you around somewhere like Kings
this year, that heat race, because that really hurt him.
Yeah. Love to see you around Kings Lynn or Odsall, definitely. Love to see him on the dirt.
Yeah, everyone was saying how much they enjoyed you being over there, but they'd like to see you on the dirt.
That would be awesome if I could get back in the dirt.
How did it, what about last night? How did you get on last night?
And we were doing that was good, but I ended up knocking the oil tank off of it, and I got a DNF. We were probably running 12th or 14th maybe when that happened. So we ended up finishing 20th. That'll put us in a D and give me a little bit of soup to eat on Saturday.
But you must be one of the few drivers who's racing New Zealand, Australia, USA, and the UK all in 1 year. There can't be many done that.
That's probably one of the, and I started the year out, I broke my collarbone, and I had to take 3 months off, and I really thought this is going to be the worst year of my career, and it turned out to be one of the coolest years, you know, with getting to travel and bringing T-Mez TV, you know, to the world.
Yeah, I think that a lot of people in the UK are hooked on that now.
Yeah, that's awesome. And thank you so much if you've watched T-Mez TV, and if you didn't know, go check it out. T-Mez TV on YouTube. I always put Carr and bring along my life to YouTube. So
cheers for that, and good luck on Saturday.
Cheers.
Cheers, pal. He's a top lad.
He was brilliant at Skegness, honestly.
Yeah, he wasn't he was fantastic.
The time he took to speak to people, and
absolutely.
It was a credit to his, you know, to what he does, really.
Yeah, he's a top driver too. He's pretty quick. He's made that a main feature quite a few times in the past, so he can pedal a bit, that's for sure. And he's got charisma.
Yeah,
that's yeah. See, I mean, straight away there was into no thinking what he's going to say. He was bang, he's gone.
Yeah,
I think a lot of the drivers over here are well trained in the media.
Yeah, they are.
Media.
They are very.
Yeah.
Well, even that girl with the guitar, she was prepared to talk, and you know, they're all just happy to talk in front of a camera. They don't shy away from it, do they?
I don't think she understood a word I was saying, to be honest. Which can be a problem over here. But again, people back home probably can't understand me. People who call Bradford Odsall probably think, what the hell is he talking about? Like I say, we're getting ready. Almost getting ready. This is the kind of area where the cars are pushed into down the middle of the lineup. And as you can see here, got all the lineups. You're live in England. You've got all the lineups ready, and so everybody racing today, and the hot laps are done in the heat races as well.
Yes.
And when you call them up, nobody hangs around. They're always here, are they? For you?
Yes. Most of them.
Yeah, most of them. There's always one, is there?
Yeah. Some of them are slow.
Okay. Thanks a lot.
Tell you what, Colin, you're a dab hand at this, mate.
He's fantastic.
Yeah.
This is your calling, Colin.
You've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 people here lining the cars up who never see the races because all they're doing is lining up one to the other. Okay, there's a big screen. They can probably see it. I don't know if you can see it. It's a big screen somewhere anyway. But they're lining the cars up. Nobody's running to see the races and running back to get the cars ready. Everyone's got their job to do. Push truck people have got their job to do, and nobody's kind of interfering with what everybody else is doing. This is what we're doing. That's your job. You get ready. I'll say we've got about 20 minutes to go. 10 minutes now, but they're already here. All the cars for the first hot lap session are already here. In their cars. There it goes. You're live in England.
Here it is.
Live in England, cheers.
Whoever he was.
Yeah.
I've no idea who he is, and I don't know who got any of this. Oh, coming away here.
Hi, Colin.
All right, we're live in England. You want to say hi to everybody back home in England?
Live in England.
Yeah. Hi,
Away
guys.
from home. All right, yeah. Cheers. Oh, I'm getting away here. Oh dear.
Don't get yourself thrown out, Colin, for goodness sake.
No. Like I say, these all cars, they're already lined up to go out. And they're just walking down towards the track area now. That's the line-up chute. I'll move over here. These guys in the four-wheelers already waiting to push them out. They're kind of lined down here. This is the kind of scoreboard area. Everything's already written down. Heat races are already on the board, and we just walk down here. They get. I'm gonna walk down. This is the ramp down towards the track.
Oh yeah, ramp down to the track.
Yeah, we're going down. You can see the exercise centre on 2 levels. The bits where the pit area is higher than the bottom level here.
Yeah, because the ramp down to the track. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's going down there now. It's all dirt now. There's probably, as you go past the grandstand, so I'll turn around so you probably see the grandstand in the background. And just coming down there, they're kind of packing the track down at the minute. And you can see how much dirt is on the track because that first barrier, that's the bottom of the concrete surface, obviously. Top barrier is where the dirt is. So you've probably got a good metre of dirt on there.
It's amazing that they put this in for the couple of weeks and then just take it all away, isn't it?
Yeah. But we're just moving back onto the track now. This, obviously, no pit gate. Pit gates cut on and off. Got the on and off ramps. It's come straight out. Down there. The track, and they're just kind of pushing it out. Just kind of leveling it out. They've dug it up overnight, watered it, and just ironing it down now. And turn around, and that's the grandstand in the background.
Brilliant.
About another 5-10 minutes, we'll be ready to go.
Brilliant stuff. Absolutely, mate. So where do you go from here then? You go walk onto the track and then that's where you stay pretty much the rest of the afternoon?
Yeah, I think obviously come on and off. They've got the rules. You can't come on and off when the cars are running, but you can walk on and off between races, no problem at all. I stand down in the middle there. That's where I kind of on the turn 3 and 4. But we've got I don't know how many media people are here, but I counted on my corner here where I was yesterday. There was about 25 to 30 media on my corner.
Right.
It'll be the same down the other end.
The other end, yeah. Chris Clark will be down the other end, won't he?
Chris Clark's down the other end. You've got TV crews, there's one just walking off there, TV crew. And you've got the track crew, you've got announcers, commentators, the TV commentators. And you've probably got about 25 to 30 track workers. And as soon as there's a flip, they're straight out to get the car back on the wheels. And often, like happened to Tom, if you flip over, put you back on the wheels and get going again. There's very few delays for that. Sometimes the catch fencing might get caught down, but again, everybody knows their job and they're there to fix it within a few minutes. There's nobody kind of standing around looking what to do. They all know what they have to do.
Absolutely.
It's a really well-run organisation.
Real team effort.
Yeah, I'm lucky enough to come over here. But anybody, if they ever get the chance to come over and see it because it is absolutely fantastic week of racing.
Yeah, it's a real sort of adrenaline rush, isn't it? It's full on adrenaline rush motorsport right from Monday right through to Saturday.
Do you book Colin? Do you book your hotel a year in advance then, or?
You can do, but there are people who've come up on Friday and booked a hotel. So the Tulsa's quite a big area.
Yeah.
The sort of area of Tulsa is quite big. There's plenty of motels and hotels around. So you don't, and they're not fleecing you. They don't put the prices up like they do at Daytona or something like that.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
The
That's
prices are pretty reasonable. There's plenty of opportunities, and I say within about 10 or 15 minutes of the track, there's a load of motels around. You can go sort of 25 minutes outside of town and still there's plenty. But there's nobody. You're not going to get stuck for a room. For sure.
That's great.
Anywho, that's my bit. I've kind of hogged it a little bit here.
No, I'm glad you did.
Cole.
You've been fantastic, mate. You've been absolutely fantastic. That's exactly what we wanted. All of that. Brilliantly done.
The only thing is, if you're still on turns 3 and 4, all the action's going to be 1 and 2. Then, isn't it?
Yeah.
Absolutely,
well, it was last night.
Well, if I go down there, it'll happen where I'm behind. So you just got to stick with it.
Yeah.
They're just coming down the pit road now. I don't know if you can see it, but they're just kind of getting pushed down now. Like I say, each car gets pushed out. They've got a 4-wheeler behind it to push him out. And get going. So I better get out of the way.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to Ian's live report from his do on Saturday as well. So I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Me too.
Yeah.
Well, look, mate, thank you ever so much for all your help tonight. And,
cheers, Colin.
Live from Tulsa, Colin Casserley, ladies and gentlemen.
Tulsa, Oklahoma. I got it right this time.
Yeah, you got it right this time. Yeah, not Tulsa, Texas. Great stuff.
Cheers. Thanks a lot.
All right, mate. Have a good night.
Yeah, cheers. I've got to learn how to turn this damn thing off now.
No. We'll just watch you do that now for the next half an hour.
Oh, God. I've no idea.
Just switch your phone off. That's probably the best.
Where's my nephews when you need them?
Well, that was great, wasn't it?
He was good, wasn't he?
Yeah, fantastic. Yeah, absolutely.
Normally,
good when he got to talk to people and love that. That was really good.
Normally he never gets a word in with you and me, doesn't Colin?
I know.
Really.
I was about to say that. So this is his. It's good. It was really, really good. I was really pleased. That's why I think I might try and get him back on Saturday. Do a short piece, and hopefully we'll get Tom as well, because we're trying to get him this week, but for tonight. But for whatever reason, we couldn't get hold of him. But we got a few other guys. We got T-Mez. That's fantastic. Yeah. We got T-Mez. We got Jack. We got Wout Hoffmans. We got some decent people on. So I'm really pleased, and I hope everyone at home who's watching, I hope you enjoyed it as well. So we're going to keep this live podcast going. I should imagine that through the year we might. I was just thinking we might try and get something going. During the meetings, even maybe. If we're F1 Stock Car live stuff, maybe not obviously the racing, because we're not able to live stream that, but at least we could do interviews and do stuff in the pits or whatever. Do it live. Why not?
Yeah,
I'm sure other people will do the same thing after that, but we'll see. But I think it's been good. Yeah. So, and I would say I hope everyone at home's enjoyed it. This is Neil Randon and Ian Higgins, who I didn't introduce earlier on, for those who don't know who Ian is. But
I was late.
And you were late. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And so we'll do some more of these in the coming weeks. So okay, hope everyone enjoyed it. And if you haven't been able to watch it live, which obviously the people watching it can, but if you haven't been able to, we'll have a recording of it up on the YouTube site in hopefully the next hour or so you can watch it all again. There you go. All right, Ian.
Yeah. Good night.
Well, okay. Well, we'll catch up.
We will do. Cheers.
So you're going to be obviously this week. You're home, and then the following week you're going off to Cuba. Is that right?
Tomorrow. No, Mexico again. Yeah. Tomorrow I've got to get everything ready for an early away Saturday morning. Saturday afternoon set up for the do. Saturday night's the do. Sunday got to take a car for powder coating, shot blasting. Monday I've got to take my pickup in because it failed the MOT and it needs a load of work doing while I'm away. So I drop that off in the morning, then jump on the train down to London, jump on a plane, and hopefully arrive in Mexico Tuesday late evening.
Lovely.
So I can't wait because the weather here is crap.
It's horrible, isn't it? It's
Yeah.
horrible. I
Yeah.
know, dull and horrible.
Yeah.
Yeah, I bet you can't wait. I wish we could go away. It'd be nice to go somewhere nice and warm. It'd be good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How's the Tom
Yeah,
print?
fun.
How's the Tom print gone?
Oh, it's all right. Yeah, pretty good. Yeah, pretty
Yeah.
good. I've still got a few left. For anyone who wants to buy one, but yeah, it's done okay.
Yeah.
The Skegness one has been the most popular, I think.
Has
Still.
it? Yeah.
Yeah, I need one out of those. I must admit, I'm getting short of the Skegness Ground National ones.
Yeah.
But yeah, Tom's drawing's gone well. I've got someone put a picture up on Facebook of it up on the wall, and it looked good.
Oh yeah, I
I'm pleased.
saw that the other day.
Yeah, it's good. That nice stuff.
Yeah. I must admit, I've still got me Stu Smith one sat here in the tube.
Oh yeah, don't worry. Oh,
Yeah.
all right, mate.
I'll get it up at some time. All right, bud.
Lovely to talk, and we'll
Cheers.
catch up.
Catch you later. Bye. I'm Sim. Right, switch this thing off.
Which is always the thing.
There we go.
You're still there.
No, I'm pressing button, but it won't leave me.